Good afternoon, Frank Ploof here on March the 12th, 2022, and we're happen to be visiting Miller Park in Sacramento that you can see down the street from us. Miller Park is a new encampment for sanctioned city encampment for the city of Sacramento. There's 60 tents there. And I want to give you a little recap of our visit to the camp today. Actually, it's a community, not a camp per se. Make that clear. It's very well organized and very productive. Just a quick history. Many of the folks here were under the freeway just a short quarter-mile away. And they'd been there as kind of an unsanctioned encampment for a number of months. And the issue became such that Caltrans, who was slated to do construction work, everybody had to move out of there. So the city came up with a plan, working with an organization called First Step, to create this this encampment here, comprised of 60 tents. So that's the easy part. The more interesting part, I think, is the fact that in order to make this success, from learned experiences, they came up with some key criteria. One of those, as you can see, is the fence around there. So access control is very critical. It's enclosed with one entry and exit point. People coming in are signed in, they have to sign out, and if they have backpacks or whatever, that is checked. Additionally, there's no alcohol or drug consumption on the premises. Folks are checked for that as they come in. Each person there, or the second point is, each person there has a case manager in addition to any case management they might have from another service provider, such as behavioral health. The case management on site exists to work with the people minimally once a week on their case. Their main case is to get out of there and get into some type of permanent shelter. So each person has a case manager obligated to meet with them weekly and to be working on progress. Now, to date, this place has been open about a month. They've gotten 13 people out of I think about 50 that have come in so far. They've gotten 13 exited into some type of better shelter situation. Another key aspect is that even though the tents are set up for partners, meaning two people, that their goal is to only have one person per tent, as long as they can manage that. And if they have to, and there is a potential of an expansion, for there to be 100 tents at some point, but that's not a given. So size control is very important, and I think it's pretty well known that 150 would be the max number of people that any type of structure should have. If it was to be bigger, say a bigger plot of land, then you may have 3 or 4 150 separate type of setups. They would not all be one, say 450 people. We've tried that, been there, done that. That doesn't work. Also, they have some pretty strict controls in terms of being there. If you're gone for more than three nights, you have to basically start over again, which sounds reasonable. It's a way to have discipline. Another very key thing is you can look down the street and you see no litter, no garbage, no mess, nothing. So they very, very intentionally keep it clean as they can. They also do a little extra, and they keep the whole park adjacent to it clean, which apparently before wasn't so nice. But now you can do, we don't have time to step down there, but if you were to look over, you would see a very clean access to the river, no trash, no litter, etc. Very important to have that done. Initially, you can see there's a main street here. Initially, there was folks coming by and saying all kinds of nasty things and telling them to get out. They just smiled and said, "Good luck to you." There was nothing for them to complain about except a little NIMBYism. And that's to be expected, but you can see that it can be weathered and it goes away after initial bust. So you never want to engage with folks like that. In a month, they've had 10 people that exited, and most of them were folks that didn't show back up after 3 days, so they're considered to be exited. They had no exits because of unruly behavior, etc., etc. I think that's a pretty good success rate. Just anybody can't get in there. So you have to be triaged to come in. You have to agree to case management. You have to agree to the rules, and so far that hasn't been a problem. We're looking forward to the continued success, and we may come back here and visit in a month or two and see how it's going.